on Chapman News, Chapman students wear a denim for a great cause.
Plus, rent prices skyrocketed in Orange. We tell you how it will affect you and your budget.
And John Chi joins us in studio to talk about his company's success at the Orange County Pitch Competition.
Good morning, Orange County. I'm Nick Vieira.
And I'm Tori Edgar. Let's get to the news. Chapman University's annual Denim Day was this past week. Megan Funt has the story.
This past Wednesday, Chapman University Cares, a student organization who worked to raise awareness regarding rape and sexual assault, held their annual sexual violence prevention and education campaign, Chapman Cares Denim Day, in which Chapman students were encouraged to wear jeans to school. Senior Cares Club member Taylor Arano explains what Chapman Cares stands for and what Denim Day is.
So Chapman Cares is an advocacy group on campus. Cares stands for Creating a Rape-Free Environment for Students, and we meet Fridays at noon. So Denim Day is an international event that takes place once a year in April, because April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month.
Denim Day began in 1999 and has continued every year since. The campaign was initiated after an 18-year-old girl was forcefully raped and threatened to death by her 45-year-old driving instructor. The specific rape case made it all the way to the Italian Supreme Court, where the case against the driving instructor was overturned, dismissed, and the perpetrator was released. The chief judge of the case argued that the victim was wearing very tight jeans and must have helped him remove them, which was constituted as consensual and not rape. The verdict outraged many and launched a protest in which women wore jeans to work. Chapman Cares puts on multiple events all year long, including some this time of year.
In the spring, we do Consent at Every Base, we do Take Back the Night, Men of Integrity, Women of Strength, Denim Day, of course, and Read My Lips.
This year's Chapman Cares Denim Day was co-hosted by Chapman Greek Life, Theta, and Fiji, and gave the students the opportunity to show their support by pledging to make a difference and stop sexual assault.
Well, that's a wrap on this year's Denim Day. If you want to get involved in more sexual assault awareness and prevention, be sure to check out Chapman Cares on Facebook and stay updated with all Chapman Care events. Reporting from Denim Day, I'm Megan Funt, Chapman News.
Hey Nick, have you ever been up to Julian, California?
I can't say I have or even know where Julian, California is, but I do have a friend named Julian. I could always ask him, see if there's a relation there that he might actually be from Julian.
I don't know, but even if he's not from there, the city is known for its great pie. Our live shot team couldn't make it out to Julian, but luckily we have some great pie places right here in Orange.
And cafe.
Ella, what's on the menu for today?
Go.
Hi guys, we're here at Watts' Soda Fountain and Cafe. I'm here with the manager, Sam Nations. We're here because today is National Blueberry Pie Day. We came in pursuit of the perfect blueberry pie, but turns out they don't have that on their menu just yet, but they do have a delicious looking cherry pie. Sam, what else does Watson's have to offer besides such glorious looking pie?
Well, we have milkshakes. We have 36 handles on our tap system. We have a full bar, so wine, beer, and then we also have burgers. And we have cake boxes, anything. You want to get your sweet tooth on, come here.
Yeah, it looks amazing, and I know you guys are partnered with Rockwell's, correct? Is that?
Correct. Rockwell's actually bakes our baked goods every day, every morning, and ships it over to us, and then we are able to showcase it and offer it to our guests here at Watson's.
And you guys are one of the oldest restaurants in Old Town Orange. What is that like for you guys? Is it you trying to, I know you guys did a revamp here. How has it changed? What are you looking forward to?
Our bones still ache, let me tell you. We are old, but yet we had a little remodel. It looks really good, but it's great. A 120-year-old restaurant that's still looking like the modern day. I'm happy about that.
Well, it looks great. Let's see how it tastes now. My favorite thing about pie is that you get to eat it with ice cream. So let's see right now about this cherry pie. It's a winner. We're gonna head over to Polly Pies later to see who has the best pie in Orange. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be hard to beat Watson's. Thank you so much, Sam, for joining us. Back to you guys in the studio.
Man, all that pie is making me so hungry. My favorite, if I had to pick, Nick, is Hershey's chocolate pie. You can get it at Burger King. Really good.
Oh, really?
Cheap. It's really yummy.
I haven't gone to Burger King in years, so I have to check that out. But I gotta say, my personal favorite pie, though, is apple pie with a nice little scoop of ice cream on top like Elle had over there, and maybe some whipped cream on top of that. If I'm feeling really dangerous and don't care about the calories, but you know. You can tell I don't really care about the calories usually.
No.
But going off of my weight, Orange County real estate prices are notoriously high, and the city of Orange is no exception. Reporter Sabrina Santoro tells us why Chapman students are having a hard time finding affordable housing.
Orange has seen a 6.6% increase in rent prices since May 2016, according to data from real estate website Trulia.
It's understandable what's going on because it's just kind of how economics works, and if they can get more money and there's still demand for it, then it's understandable.
Monthly rent prices per person for a 3-bedroom house is generally more expensive the closer it is to Chapman. And this is leaving some Chapman students concerned that they might not be able to find affordable leases close to campus.
The main reason I'm living on campus now is just due to the difficulty of finding a house.
I think it's problematic for sure, and I think it makes it a lot harder for students. When people come to Chapman, they have an idea of what it'll cost them in terms of tuition, but then this is a whole nother thing they could have never anticipated, and so that's really unfair to the student.
Projections from the 2016 University of Southern California real estate forecast show that rent prices in Orange County are expected to further increase by as much as 9.4% through 2019.
Because people will have to get housing one way or another, so they might just have to get worse conditions and maybe add another person and go a little over capacity on an apartment that they can find just to make ends meet with it. So it's not necessarily a problem to raise it a little bit here and there, but if it continues to go down this path, I could see it becoming a bigger issue.
Reporting from Orange, this is Sabrina Santoro, Chapman News.
Chapman students took to the arduous stage last week to discuss political differences. This time, 2 different political views were added, and 2 topics in particular sparked lots of contention.
Last Tuesday, Chapman's political clubs came together to debate for the first time since President Trump's election.
Plus 20% dividends.
This debate featured expanded seating, a new format of podiums rather than tables, and included socialists and libertarians for the first time. The debate topics, which ranged from Israel and Palestine to economic inequality to U.S. immigration, began with an opening statement followed by a 5-minute discussion.
The stance is that there should be a 2-state solution.
We believe in a 3-state solution in which the West Bank is absorbed by Jordan.
What we need are leaders who are going to be neutral and leaders who want to promote peace instead of U.S. foreign policy interests in the Middle East.
We will now have our 5-minute crosstalk.
Tensions flared around certain topics.
Immigration and social movement topics were the most heated.
They're trying to get a better life for themselves and their parents.
Democrats love to talk about everybody else.
Republicans
look out for Americans.
One at a time, please. One at a time.
How are you going to say?
Thank you to our moderators, and especially Jesse Robertson for doing such a great job.
This is actually my little baby child, because 2 years ago when this started, it was definitely my idea and from my organizing efforts that this became a tradition at Chapman University.
I think the other clubs did really well. It was a really challenging debate, and I'm just really happy that we all kept it pretty simple.
While these Chapman clubs are far from finding common ground on all things, they did reach some commonality, as well as a deep-seated appreciation for the Chapman student body for coming out to learn about these clubs and their ideologies. This is Alana Williams reporting from Artemis Forum, Chapman News.
So Tori, I don't know about you, but I don't know too much about the topic for our guest today, stem cell research. How much do you know actually about it yourself?
Yeah, I can't say that I know much about it, but that's why we have Sanova's Life Sciences CEO John Chi in studio with us to talk about his work and your most recent award. So thank you for coming in.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Cool, of course. So tell us a little bit about the product that blew away the judges at the competition this week.
So what we've created is a device that can extract stem cells from fat, from your own fat, which is actually a really great source of stem cells. It's the most abundant source of stem cells in your body.
Wow, and where did you get the inspiration for this product? Where did you come up with this?
So I was going through a biotechnology program and just working with stem cells. I'd always had an interest in them, and just being actually able to get my hands on seeing what they can do and being able, how much they can help people was just amazing. It just grabbed me and didn't let me go.
And who benefits from your product?
Wow, so it's a tool that can get stem cells. So it's a key component of regenerative medicine. So people that, right now we're working with orthopedists to help with joints, and maybe they have the ability to regenerate cartilage. And so like my dad has some degenerative conditions in his hip, and I want to get him in for sure, definitely.
Wow.
How long did it take to create this project and make sure it worked well enough to bring it to the Shark Tank?
We've been working on it for about 4 years, and so it's been a lot of hours, a lot of trial and error in the lab. Yeah.
Wow. And from what I understand, this is not the first competition you've won. Have you won other competitions?
I have, yes.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow. Which other ones? Have you just been at Get Started OC?
There was that. There was so that was probably a really big one, and then there was Funding the Big Idea a couple of years ago, and that was with out in Riverside.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so what's next for you now that you've won? Will we see Sonova Life Sciences in real doctors' offices?
Yes, you will. Yeah, we've partnered with 3 surgical centers so far to provide stem cells, and we're looking to branch that out and expand, then also package that into a device and sell that into the broader market.
Wow, no kidding. Yeah. Wow.
Wow, thank you so much for coming in, John Shi. That was really interesting, actually. I'm really excited to see how this benefits future generations, even your product. It's incredible.
I know. I'm pretty blown away, so keep doing the work you do.
Thank you.
Coming up, Uber users might find it harder to get rides with this new update.
Plus, hockey playoffs aren't just good for hockey fans, it helps local businesses too.
It's been warm in Orange right now, 84 degrees, and I'm going to have your weather update if you're going to go to Stagecoach or if you're heading down south more towards San Diego coming up next on Chapman News.
I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, "Read your lease. No pets allowed." My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Almost a month ago, but a new product announcement from Amazon may have you doing a double take. Robert Rosenfeld tells us why many are confused by the company's new robot, and more on this week's Week in Tech.
Google's self-driving car company Waymo is now offering Phoenix residents the chance to be among the first to ride in their fully autonomous vehicles. The minivans, jammed-packed with cameras, sensors, and tons of custom self-driving technology, will be available as a sort of Uber-esque service for residents of Phoenix and in a few surrounding cities. Participants of the new program can be picked up and driven around town by the fully autonomous vehicles, though Waymo says that a driver will always be behind the wheel just in case. The pilot program is certainly groundbreaking, but it's not the first time the general public has had the option of being chauffeured around town by self-driving cars. Uber launched a small fleet of their own autonomous vehicles in San Francisco late last year, but California lawmakers quickly outlawed them after they argued that the ride-hailing giant did not obtain the necessary and proper permits. Speaking of Uber, the company is looking to combat poor rider behavior by making passengers' personal ratings available to all drivers. Now, drivers have always been able to rate passengers at the end of each trip, just like passengers can rate drivers on their performance, but this data has never been readily available. With a new app update and the flip of a switch, your personal rating can be seen by Uber drivers who accept your fare, giving drivers a heads up for what they're in for. Uber says that though the change is small, it hopes it will lead to better overall rider behavior. If you've ever dreamed of having a robot that could help you pick out your outfits and judge your sense of style, Amazon just turned your weird fantasy into reality. The company introduced a new kind of robot-looking device this week called the Echo Look, which it hopes will be your next style assistant. The device has a built-in camera to snap photos and videos of your outfit from the third person, allowing you to see you in your outfit at different angles. It also uses computer learning and input from hundreds of style experts to critique your outfit and give you suggestions based on the hottest fashion trends. It also carries the same virtual brain as the Amazon Echo, so it can look up information for you, set timers, and should do everything the Echo can. Now, there's no need to adjust your device. I'm being serious. This is a real product from Amazon, and it's coming soon for $200. I'm Robert Rosenfeld, and that's The Week in Tech.
I don't know if you can tell, but I definitely could use that product. Although relations between the city and university have recently been good, the large construction of Chapman's new Center for Science and Technology is causing some complaints around the city of Orange. Mayor Tina Smith criticized the construction at an Old Town Preservation Association forum on April 12th, saying that the new center is way too big and too small. The white tensile shade design of the structure does exceed the allowed height limit, but was allowed within the specific plan of the building as being an integral part of the structure. Mayor Smith also insisted on no future growth of Chapman east of Center Street, a promise which Chapman plans on keeping.
A new law could protect students who record instructors without their consent. The law was introduced by State Senator John Moorlach after an Orange Coast College student was suspended in February for filming his teacher's anti-Trump comments. Under the new law, students can record their instructor if they reasonably believe they're capturing a violation of local, state, or federal law. It would also ensure that a student could testify without violation. The bill was heard in the Senate's Judiciary Committee on Tuesday, April 25th.
The Anaheim Ducks are taking care of business on and off the ice. I need to work on my pitch there a little bit. This playoff season, however, reporter Corey Musser has more.
We can tell the Anaheim Ducks mean business this playoff season, shutting out the Calgary Flames 4-0 in round one, but that also means that they're bringing business to Anaheim.
So we're actually the owner of Honda Center, so it's our house, as it were. And then the Ducks are actually our tenant, and they do a great job. So where we benefit is when folks come into town for a hockey game, and they may choose to have dinner somewhere nearby. They may buy merchandise at the arena, and every time they do so, there's an economic impact to that.
It is probably the funnest time to be a hotel manager. It's also financially very beneficial. But it's not just fans. We also have people who are coming to film. They're coming, maybe they're broadcasting, they're journalists. There's a lot of people who are here for the game.
For playoffs, the hype's there. Having a Canadian team in the playoffs, we had Calgary in the first round, we have Edmonton now. That's always a big draw because those people travel down. It's actually a lot cheaper to buy tickets through us directly than to go to a game up in Canada. So you'll see a lot of out-of-towners come for playoff tickets down here in Southern California.
We'll get busy just like we normally do before a game, but then those people will leave, and the people that want to come in and watch it then come in, so we're busy during the game as well, and then those people will leave, and then the people that want to celebrate after will then come in after.
It's going to be another busy night tonight in Anaheim as the Ducks head into Game 2 against the Oilers at 7:30. Now, if the Ducks win tonight, they'll tie up the series 1-1, which will guarantee a Game 5 back at Honda Center next Friday on May 5th. From Anaheim, I'm Corey Musser, Chapman News.
Tori, can you believe there's more than one pie place in the Orange Circle other than the District Bar and Lounge?
You know, Nick, I can't. Let's check in with Ella at her second stop on National Pie Day.
It's called Polly's Bakery.
Okay, guys, we found some blueberry pie here at Polly's Pies. Believe it or not, they have it. And look at that. It looks great, except I'm a little bummed because it doesn't come with ice cream like it did at Watson's. So since it's National Blueberry Pie Day and we're on the pursuit for the perfect pie here at Polly's Pies, I'm going to try a bite and let you know how it goes. It's pretty good. It gets stuck in your teeth a little bit, but I'd say it's delicious. I might have to give Watson's the win because it's a local-owned business. However, both pies were great. Happy National Blueberry Pie, everyone. Back to you guys in the studio.
You know, I think it's so interesting that there's an actual day dedicated to blueberry pie. Do you think that there's other days, like for other types of pie?
I'm going to stop you right there, Tori, because I know for a fact, I Googled this while we're waiting for a live shot, that my favorite pie
Yeah.
apple pie
Okay.
with ice cream on top and some whipped cream, feeling dangerous.
That's right.
Is on May 13th.
Oh, wow. So that's coming up.
Hopefully it's not a Friday, because that's pretty unlucky. I don't think I want to get a pie on a Friday the 13th.
I believe it's a Saturday. I think
Oh, then
it
it's
might be
perfect.
okay. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that, but I think so.
Allegedly, it's on a Saturday, but don't quote us on that.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Well, speaking of weekends, last weekend I actually got to go out to Coachella, Nick, and it was just so hot. I didn't expect it to be that hot, but I think I might still be a little bit sunburned.
I've been known to be on camera a few times with my own sunburnt on, with like a little white patch from the hats I love to wear. But I'm not sure just how hot it'll be for people at Stagecoach. But I know that Molly Casey in the Weather Center may have an update on that. Molly, how's it going?
Well, if you want some ice cream, today might be the day to go get it because it is 84 degrees outside right now in Orange, so it's nice and warm. But don't worry, it's going to get down into the upper 50s tonight, so it's going to cool down just a little bit. But like Nick said, go get some ice cream. It might cool you down just a little bit faster. But if we're going to look at the rest of Orange County right now, it is in the mid to low 80s for the rest of the areas here in Orange County. But we are going to have a weather warning. That is a wind warning because you're going to be seeing winds between 25 and 50 miles an hour starting tonight and going through tomorrow night. Last night, LA saw winds up to 50 miles an hour and a lot of power lines were blown down. So if that happens here in Orange County, call your power company, make sure they come out and clean them up. Don't go near them. They're super dangerous. But if you're going to want a break from that heat this weekend and you're staying here in Orange County, head out to the beaches because it's going to be nice and 71 degrees. It'll be nice and cool out there. But if we're looking at the rest of Southern California, you're going to be seeing some cooler temperatures up north. Head up to Big Bear because it's only going to be 57 degrees today. So if you really, really want to break from the heat, head there, especially after Stagecoach. But I'll tell you more about that in just a minute. Or head down to San Diego area because it's only going to be in the upper 60s and lower 70s. But for here in Orange, you're going to be seeing tomorrow the temperature is going to spike up to 88 degrees, so it will be warm. But don't worry, by the end of Tuesday, we're only going to be seeing temperatures in the 80s and the upper 70s, so it will cool down a good bit. But like I said, we do have that weather warning for winds. But if you are heading to Stagecoach this weekend, make sure you bring your shorts, your t-shirts, your tank tops, your water, find shade because it's going to be so warm. Today is going to be 88 degrees, tomorrow is going to be 89 degrees, and on Sunday it's going to reach up to 91 degrees. So it'll be really nice and toasty for you going up to Stagecoach. But if you're me and you're heading down to Oceanside for the men's college lacrosse playoffs for the Southwestern Conference Division, where the national champs, the Chapman Panthers, are looking to take their regional title, well, it's only going to be in the upper 60s, so it'll be nice and cool. But I'm not the only one that knows something about sports. Ian has more in the Sports Center.
Thanks, Molly. Coming up on the Best Campus Sports Show, the Ducks took a quack at the Edmonton Oilers in round 2. Sorry, couldn't resist. We'll be back after this.
We just finished dinner and it was time for homework. He hates homework.
It makes no sense.
I don't know how he finds anything in his backpack.
I can't find my backpack.
Finally, we found his assignment. He rushed through it. I wonder if he even learned anything.
I wasn't gonna get it right, so I just wanted to get back to playing my video game. At least I'm good at that.
I couldn't even read his handwriting.
Holding the pencil makes my hand hurt.
I know he's bright.
Why is it so hard for me?
He's
I'm
just
trying
gotta
as
try a
hard
little
as I
harder.
can.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. That's why there's Understood.org, a free online resource for the parents of the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues. Here you'll get personalized recommendations, practical tips, daily access to experts, and more. Go from misunderstanding to Understood.org.
Emergencies and disasters happen with little or no warning and often occur while you are away from home. Be ready for emergencies by registering your alternate phone numbers, cell phones, and email addresses at alertoc.com. You will receive alerts when an emergency occurs near your workplace or neighborhood.
Welcome to the best campus sports show. I'm Ian Decker. Wasn't it cute when Sabrina tried sports last week? After sweeping the Flames in the first round of the NHL playoffs, the Anaheim Ducks proved to their doubters that they are indeed serious contenders. On Wednesday, another team from north of the border headed to the Honda Center, and the Ducks look to keep the oil burning for round 2. Oilers up 2-1 after the first 2 periods, and Adam Larson goes 5-hole and makes it 3-1 Oilers for his first goal of the playoffs. But less than 2 minutes later, the Ducks' Patrick Eaves gets the rebound and scores. And just like that, the comeback was on. A minute later, Jakob Silfverberg shreds a silver line into the back of the net, and the game's all tied up at 3. But Adam Larson, again from behind the net. This would be the game-winning goal, and it actually went off the skate of the Ducks' Josh Manson. Now that has got to be hard to swallow. Hopefully he can get back and get a comeback within the rest of the series here. Game 2 will take place tonight at 7:30 at the Honda Center. The Ducks will look to even the series 1 game apiece before heading into Edmonton. But if hockey isn't your thing, you can always watch your Panthers over the weekend. Baseball leads off with an 11 a.m. game against Occidental tomorrow. Softball kicks up the dirt with a doubleheader against the Claremont Mudscripts Athena at 12 and 2. And the women's lacrosse will try to stick it to the Occidental Tigers in their first playoff game. Now, with SCIAC tournaments just around the corner, I needed to take a second to acknowledge how absurd some of the mascot names are in this conference. Let's start things off with the Caltech Beavers. The Beavers are only an honorable mention on this list, and that's because it's not a terrible mascot, but guys, this logo is brutal. There's got to be a more fierce beaver out there somewhere. Then next, we have Pomona Pitzer. Guys, this is what a sage hen looks like in real life. I'm just going to let that sink in. That's all I got to say about that, sage hens. Right next door, we have these CMS Stags, which is, again, pretty good mascot. Feels nice and powerful. But then they named their female mascot the Athenas, and for the life of me, I can't find any sort of correlation. They are just living a double life over there in Claremont. Kalu, sticking with the Kingsmen and the Regal, is an interesting choice. Nothing more intimidating than when your mascot is someone who's somehow related to royalty, even if no one in North America knows exactly how. And last and least intimidating has to be good old Whittier. I would love to have been a fly on the wall when a group of people all agreed that the Poet was the mascot to fearlessly lead their sports teams into battle. Fear the Poet? It's got to be a little discouraging when your school slogan is inherently ironic. This is all definitely not to compensate for our mascot not being a real animal. Good luck in playoffs, Panthers. Try to keep a straight face. I am just too upset to continue from here on out, though, so I'm going to go ahead and send it to Sophia in entertainment. Sophia, take it away.
Hopefully we can cheer you up, Ian. Coming up at entertainment, Hollywood writers may go on strike next week, what they're asking for, and how a strike could affect you. Stay tuned, I'm Sophia Cycli. You're watching Chapman News.
Never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
Tori, I gotta say, I'm really peeved today.
What's the haps, Nick? Why are you peeved?
Johnny Depp was just at the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. I had just gone there with my family, and all I gotta show for it is a ripped pair of pants. Not Johnny Depp being the godson of my future child.
Oh, so wait, you're telling me that I missed Johnny Depp at Disneyland?
Yes.
And then I'm also gonna miss Stagecoach this
Yes.
weekend. Oh my gosh. Well, let's toss it to Sophia in entertainment to see what other things I might miss.
Thanks, Nick and Tori. One thing we all hope to miss is that the Writers Guild Association may be going on strike soon. This could lead to major drama behind the scenes. 96% of the members voted in favor of a strike against production companies. Now, this comes after rocky contract negotiations with the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers. WGA's current contract expires May 1st, and a strike and work stoppage could happen the very next day. This would cause a ripple effect hitting the entire industry, including the viewers. The most recent writer's strike was in 2007 and lasted 100 days. Writers then lost nearly $300 million in compensation, with LA County losing $2.5 billion. If another strike does occur, soap operas and late-night shows could go into reruns, for example. Not to mention, May upfronts are around the corner, but now face the threat of a huge blow to the upcoming TV season. Hollywood may come to a screeching halt in the long term. The writers are asking for better pay and health care, and we'll keep you updated on the latest in this developing story. On a lighter note, calling all of you country music and music festival fans, Coachella might be over, but now it's time for Stagecoach happening this weekend. This year's lineup includes country music all-stars like Shania Twain, Dierks Bentley, and Kenny Chesney. Other artists to perform are X's and O's singer Elle King and Anderson East. You can see the weekend's full schedule online. Now, if you haven't gotten tickets yet, you're in luck. General admission tickets are still available. But if you can go to Stagecoach, no worry, they've got you covered. The Music Fest will be streaming live online thanks to Pandora, and they've got the entire weekend there for you, so you won't miss a thing. Johnny Depp brought a little more magic to Disneyland here in Anaheim Wednesday. The actor made a surprise appearance and dressed up as his character, Captain Jack Sparrow, surprising dozens on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. His visit no doubt got fans excited for the next film, Dead Men Tell No Tales, which comes out May 29th. Depp interacted with parkgoers and even recited some lines from the films. Take a look.
I need a way out. I would like to commandeer your ship. Everyone jump out into the water. No, I'll be safe. Don't do that. I'll just jump in your boat. Hello. How do you do?
Love you.
Hello, what are your names?
And speaking of Disney, Academy Award-nominated producer Don Hahn will receive an honorary doctorate of arts from our very own Dodge College of Film and Media Arts. He produced both the animated and the recent live-action Beauty and the Beast films. He also produced my personal favorite, The Lion King, in 1994, along with Maleficent, starring Miss Angelina Jolie. Now, in addition to his work on some of the best films from our childhood, he's also the founder and executive producer of the Disney Nature films. Now, he does have a close relationship with Chapman, and this year, Hahn will serve as the commencement speaker at Dodge graduation ceremony Saturday, May 20th, if I do dare say it. On that note, this is my last broadcast on air, and I want to take a second to thank everyone here at Chapman News for making my time on this show so memorable. I've gotten to do so many things and learn so much along the way, and it wasn't possible without all of you on our Chapman News team, so thank you to all of you. I'll see you at graduation. For the last time at the Entertainment Center, I'm Sophia Cycli. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Sophia, for that. And like just speaking on Don Hahn, since we're both graduating, I looked up our commencement. Yes. Yeah, let's not talk about it. But I looked it up, and I looked up Don Hahn, and he just sounds so cool. So I'm very excited to hear from him at our commencement.
Me too. Yeah. But I've been preparing for this for a while. Now our next story comes from Down Under.
Well, drivers seem younger and younger these days. Well, one officer pulled over a car for dragging a bumper and noticed this one looked particularly young.
A 12-year-old Australian boy was arrested in an isolated mining town after driving about 800 miles from his home to the middle of nowhere. The boy was reported missing after his parents noticed immediately that he was gone.
He took the family car and planned to drive it across the country. The car suffered some damage, leading them to think the boy got into an accident. The boy will get a juvenile caution or warning given by the Young Offenders Act.
I gotta say, as a kid, I never really enjoyed the long car drives. Apparently this kid does. Very long car drives by himself. But other than that, log on to our website, chapmannews.tv, to see all of our episodes, Chapman Newsies bios, and top headlines.
And make sure you also follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Chapman News, Twitter and Instagram at Chapman News, and YouTube at youtube.com/Chapman News.
Well, Tori, it's been one heck of a show.
You got that right, Nick. We'll be back next week, both of us, so make sure to tune in.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you tip your waitresses and spade and neuter your cats.